So here's the question. How do you store your jars? Stay tuned and I'll show you how I store mine. Once a year, I do inventory just to check and see what we have used and what I need to make more of. I put the little stickers in here to remind me of what we've used and gone through. But this is how I store my mason jars, right? I store them with the rings off. There's a story about that I could share with you. I don't think my mother watches this channel. That would be a good thing because it's all about her. And explosions. Without the rings, you store them. You check already. Remember, we've already checked to make sure they're sealed. We store them in a dark closet and we do not stack, right? A lot of people like to stack them. And here's the reason why we store them without the rings and we don't stack. If you were to store them with the ring on, if there was pressure inside the jar and it popped the lid would have a chance of resealing itself by the sticky stuff that was stuck on the ring, on the rim. So you don't store with the rims. That way, if a jar failed, you would immediately know when you went to pick it up because the lid would stick up. Now, the reason we don't stack, you don't stack two jars on top of each other for the same reason. This jar would press down on this lid, and if this jar unsealed, it wouldn't be able to pop the lid up so that you would notice. Which would create what? Say it with me. A false seal, right? And we don't want a false seal. So we put all the jars right back where they are. And then we label them and we make it so that it's easy grab and go. So this is the jam and jelly and salsa closet. I also have my water glassed eggs at the bottom. And this right here are my soups and stews and beef and broths. And oh, if you have not tried carrot soup, you need to try the carrot soup. It's also tomato soups and a few extra of my apples and pears. My fish, my beef, my elk, my moose, my pork, the carrots, things that are pressure canned go in this closet. I just cleaned out my closet. I clean it out once a year to do stock and inventory, and I want to show you what I found. Looks all innocent, right? Until I picked it up. And what happened when I picked it up? The lid had popped. And look, it dried out. There was no smell, no nothing. It didn't look bad. It looks perfectly good. Had I had something on top of it and it not popped up, I probably would have eaten it. So there you go. You have learned. It's also pickled watermelon rind, and I have a ton. Don't throw your watermelon rind away. You can pickle that puppy.